I'm making filling for my taquitos. I'm using a bag of frozen peppers, mixed peppers, and I steam them just enough so they're not rock solid. And then I put them in the food processor with one onion, medium onion, and one jalapeno, and 5 pieces of garlic, fresh garlic. And I made it into a puree, and I'm going to cook it until the liquid is nearly gone, and then I'll add the meat, because the meat doesn't take long to cook. So I'm going to turn the pot because my burner seems hotter on that side for some reason. So I'm going to let it cook a few more minutes, and then I'll add the meat. I'm going to use Casa Mamita taco seasoning, 25% less sodium, from Aldi. And I'm putting the meat in, mixed it together, and I'm going to let it cook until the meat's finished cooking. And I crumbled up the leftover burgers from last night and added them in there too. Won't get wasted. There. Now, it's pretty much done and ready to fill taquitos. Alright, so if you want to watch me fill a couple, it smells amazing. Yum. It smells really good. So I keep about 1 tablespoon and a little more, maybe 2 tablespoons altogether, and wrap. Well, I'm going to start closer to one side to roll them. Yeah, I want to roll them real tight, firm and tight. That way I can bake them. I want to bake them here on this rack. I want to roll them while they're still hot, and then while the filling is still hot, and then when I come home I'll turn the oven on, or maybe I'll ask my daughter to turn it on, whichever. So it's about, I don't know, judge, but you be the judge of how full you want it. Now, these are from Aldi, these little tortillas. I'm putting the seam side down so I can, so it stays closed better. So they'll get crispy in the oven. I have never made this for my, well, I think maybe I made it many years ago. Not since we lived in this house, I'm sure. Okay. It has really good flavor. Yesterday I was too sick to cook anything, so my husband made the burgers. My kids always love the burgers he makes. So I'll roll it tight. Hopefully it'll stay in. I'm seeing where it's dropping a bit. Maybe I'm making them a tad full. that some recipes have cheese in it, but it's not necessary. Okay, I'm just gonna finish up now and let you guys hang out. I'll be back. There are the burrito or taco fillings, whatever the kids want to do with it, and guacamole, salsa, jalapenos, ranch dressing if anyone wants it. They probably won't, but I'll offer it. And we're going to try to stop somewhere to get sour cream. Here they are. The kids have already ate half of them. I made 14 altogether, and now there's some left. I'm glad I cooked them on the rack. It prevented them from getting soggy. They're nice and crispy. Okay, there are my taquitos with guacamole, and I'm going to add some little vegetables. Okay, there's my taquito dinner with vegetables. Mohammed put his Pringles there. I didn't really want those. She's fixing herself a taquito. She put guacamole in one end, put sour cream on top. What else?
I might put something else on the other.
Do you want any cheese on top or some salad?
I'm going to put more
guacamole?
on the other side.
Okay. Everybody's happy on Taco Tuesday.
And we had field day at school today.
So it was a double fun day. So she put, it looks almost like a cannoli, but it's meaty. Okay, do you want some rice or salad or something? So we have rice and leftover taquito filling to use as filling for whatever else you want to make. A burrito bowl or a burrito.
Don't show
So that's the Kia's. She put some Pringles on top. There's cucumbers and there's Pringles. Silly girl.
What'd you say?
There's Ali's nachos. He has the beef mixture, some lettuce, some beans, and some sour cream. The nacho chips are Aldi's ranch flavored chips. They're like Cool Ranch Doritos, but they're Clancy's. And he's gonna have that now. Here is a piece of tofu. I had a twin pack of extra firm organic tofu that I got from Kroger, and I stored it in the freezer for a few months because freezing tofu helps to keep it even firmer. So today I'm gently wrapping this up. Well, I'm wrapping it up as tight as I can in the paper towel without smashing it. And then I'm squeezing it gently and squeezing as much of the excess liquid out because it is stored in a broth or a brine or just water. I don't know what it is. I'm just going to keep squeezing. This is the last time. I've done it about with four pieces of paper towel already. And I'm squeezing the liquid out because it doesn't have a taste. And I would like to replace that liquid with a marinade. I think I'm going to put chili garlic sauce in it for flavor. Because it's not super spicy, but it's got a good flavor, and I think that would flavor it pretty well. Yeah. Now that's cute. I made these little slices and I'm going to marinate them. One reason why I want to eat more tofu personally for myself is meat is so expensive, and I discovered that my stomach can handle it as well as it can chicken. So I can maybe eat this and for myself when I make meals for myself. This chili garlic sauce has enough flavor. I don't need to add any salt or anything. So I want to make sure since I squeezed all the liquid out, it will reabsorb the flavor of the chili garlic paste sauce, right? Vietnamese, or yeah, Vietnam chili garlic sauce. I use that a lot. I love the flavor. Then I'll flip them over and sauce the other side too. I like this sauce because it isn't overly salty, and also it doesn't have sugar. So it has a little salt, but it's not as crazy salty as some things are. No. Just want to marinate it. I sauced it up. I decided to make myself a meal right now and record it and add it to my meal video this week because the kids are going to a birthday party today. Today's Wednesday, and they won't be eating at home. So this is going to be my meal of the day that I'm adding to the video. I saved that casserole I made with the leftover Taco Tuesday ingredients, and I'll cook that for them tomorrow instead. And that will be it for tomorrow. And I have a plan for Friday. We are having fried chicken this week, I believe, if I can get it done. My vegetables sauteing away in the wok. I had to add a little water, but I'm letting it go evaporate. I don't like my beans overcooked, so I'm going to have them a little bit undercooked. Okay, so I put my tofu in there and put a splash of water and a splash of avocado oil. I'm going to cook it until the water's all gone. There it is. Tofu. I guess I'd say braised tofu on green beans and with mushrooms and onions, and I squeezed half a lime, the juice of half a lime on it, on top of the tofu, so it would have a little zingy taste. So now I'm gonna have lunch. For dinner, I'm gonna have eggplant and garlic sauce. I have cut it into chunks, and it smelled sweet and fresh, and I put kosher salt on it to pull the bitter liquid out of it. And it's going to lay on the rack so the liquid will just drop down and it won't sit in the liquid. There are my chunks, all drained and dripped. Now, the recipe says cornstarch, but I'm going to use potato starch. I like how crispy and crunchy potato starch gets, so I'm going to use that instead. It doesn't need a whole lot, just until they're all evenly coated, and it'll make the surface of each piece of eggplant more crispy. Yeah, this is the first time I'm making this recipe, so I just want to take it kind of easy. Now, I think the sauce gets a little actual cornstarch then, but this is going to have potato starch. It's going to have soy sauce, a little sugar, and cornstarch. That's what it gets. And then in between frying these and adding the sauce, I also fry a little ginger and garlic and jalapeno peppers. Okay, that looked good to me. That's the sauce. I put crystallized honey in here. When you buy honey and it gets crystallized like grainy like sugar, that's how you know it's real honey. And you can melt it and use it as sauce. As regular honey, or you can just add it to sauce or something crystallized as it is, because when it cooks it will thin again. Here's my cornstarch, and I'm going to add just a little bit. It said a teaspoon. That's about what I'm adding here. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to over thicken it at all. The sauce doesn't need to be thick. Okay, drizzle a little avocado oil in there. I crisped all the eggplant pieces. Now I have the garlic and ginger and peppers in here, and just a little bit of avocado oil. I cleaned it, all the crumbs from crisping the eggplant first. Now when this gets translucent and smells really good, then I'll add the eggplant back in. Now I toss the eggplants back in, and I'm ready to add in the sauce. A couple minutes. Here's the sauce with the honey, soy sauce, and a teaspoon of cornstarch dissolved in it. Poured it in and stirred it a minute, and it's done. Now I'm going to let it sit here and let the flavor kind of permeate the eggplant. And when it cools, I'll eat it. I love eggplant any way it's made. Here it is, ready to eat. You can eat it with a serving of rice or by itself or whatever you want to do. So it doesn't take tortellini long to cook. I had the water boiling with salt and then when it started to boil, I added the tortellinis. They've been cooking for 5 minutes and they're ready. So I'm going to drain them now and add the marinara. So I heated my jar of marinara in the microwave. Don't forget to take the lid off because the lid's metal. I always remind my kids to take the lid off before they put something in the microwave, or to take the spoon out. Now this is going to marinate in marinara until the kids come home. It's just time to go pick them up now, and the flavor of the marinara will mix in nicely, and they'll enjoy their dinner.